Lovely day. Lovely day. Trying to see if y'all can hear me, family. Before we get too far gone. Microphone check. Microphone checker. Me, Mr. Mecca. Can you hear me? You serious? Go to the channel, man. Sorry for these technical difficulties, people. Shout out to y'all, though. Shout out to you and yours. All right. So we finna hit the road with this check. So today, even though, certain things have came our way, we still want to make sure to hold true to what we said we was going to do. You feel me? Hit this walk. First of all, today, we want to talk about not compounding your issues again. You feel me? Because, too often I see a pattern with us as a people, where when we go through certain things, rather than us by trying to take that same hand that we could use to fix our problems, and we instead use that hand to point it at the next man, quite frankly, it's very disingenuous for somebody to all of a sudden show concern for a certain topic or issue only because it's trending or because people are looking at them as being complicit. Quite frankly, I'm not here to, necessarily play judge and jury, but what I will point out is, it's a clear opportunity for us to learn some things from these situations. Because if you go through things and you don't learn nothing from it, then it was useless. And if you don't apply what you learn, then it was also useless. It's clear that you're dealing with the root of the word ignorance. You're just ignoring everything that life is showing you just to continue to keep on going through the things that you've been going through in the same way that you've been going through them. Me personally, I've always been trying to find the truth or looking for information, to better position myself in life. Whether it was being a young kid and trying to eavesdrop on grown-up conversation, or when I was a teenager trying to figure out how cats was making money and trying to figure out how to feed myself and my family. Be that as it may, at times we tended to compound our issues. It sure as I was trying to make money for my family, I compounded my issue by doing different things that would cause me even greater issues later on in life, as well as in instances that cause for, some of my friends to be taken away physically as well as spiritually taken away from the vessel. So, saying all that to say, there's a lot of things that we experience in life that we supposed to learn from. And honestly, a lot of these so-called problems are really I mean, they problems, but excuse me, they're no different than the problems that we would solve in school. We didn't feel like it was the end of the world if we ran across a problem that we didn't understand or was quite difficult for us. We took the time to try to figure it out or to go down the avenues in which were necessary to figure out the answer to the problem. Same thing we got to do with life. We got to take the time to go down the avenues that's necessary to fix the problems that we have in life. We cannot sit back and make excuses for why we haven't done the things that, our gut or our intuition is telling us it's a must for us to be doing with our life. So, too many times we excuse away how we gonna get things done, how things should be, and we sit back and we say, you know what, I'm gonna let that be what it is. It's not my problem, until what you let be becomes a community problem. Because once things get out and it seems as though everybody is complicit in it because no one stopped it, too many people knew about it and didn't, report it to the proper authorities. Too many times we compound the issue, and a lot of these ways that we compound the issue was taught to us by people that we later or we still deem as, problematic to our people. So here it is, certain ways of the plantation we still trying to maintain. We still seeking to maintain, listen to the master, never question the authority. No, we done take that shit so far to the point we don't even think for ourselves. Whatever the so-called authorities say, we take that shit as though it's law. We never even check to see why are they saying that. Because it's one thing to follow rules, but it's another thing to follow them because you understand the rules and why they're there. You feel me? Winners don't need motivation. They need discipline. So we all about the rules. We clearly see that rules or organization is necessary to achieve, certain goals. So we would never try to sit here and act like, nothing makes sense and there's no point for anything. No, that's not what we're doing. We're getting to a point to where instead of just taking people's word as though a minor, we're understanding for ourselves why things are the way they are. So therefore, we will be more passionate about ensuring the longevity of these things going forward. But if we don't see the purpose or the benefit for our people, then why would somebody continue to keep doing certain things? So to me, I feel like it's very important that we keep on pushing the ideals of this is why we do this, and if you want to continue to have this going forward, this is why we must do X, Y, Z. But to continue to keep on looking for fault in one another when we know there's clearly issues amongst us, I mean, to me, I feel like aside from making sure that certain people don't wind up in certain positions to continue to take advantage of certain people or children, certain children or women, I get that. But as far as getting so caught up in the clinical terms that was put up on us by society to the point that we don't do what's necessary in real time to protect the children and the women. Because too often that's the case. We don't do what's necessary in real time, so it's so easy for us to look back. It's so easy for us to look back in hindsight and say, See, this is the problem with our community. Wow, my little battery be tripping. So it's so easy to say this is the problem with our community, but a lot of times we are merely scapegoating the problem because all we are dealing with is the side effect of why things are the way they are. So when you think about actual treatment of said problem, if you deal directly with the root of the problem, the side effect cannot return. But if you continue to just deal with the side effect, treat the side effect, and never get to the root of the problem, the side effect is bound to return. It's bound to return because the environment that cultivated this side effect it still exists. It still exists. So family, let's make sure that we paying close attention to how we respond. See, a response requires, one to go through different processes of figuring out what's the best measures or strategy to take versus just a quick reaction that could lead to someone compounding their issues, all the while under the guise of trying to resolve their issue. A lot of times when we call ourselves resolving our issues, we wind up doing grown-up fits. And resolving shit, just talking shit. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, because they trying to ban the positive man. And the majority of the things that we talk about, the masses don't understand because they haven't spent a lot of time, as I spoke of in previous videos. Y'all make sure to check that out and stay abreast on. Keep listening to this information so you can submerge yourself in the information and cultivate the you that you seek to be. Remember, y'all just got a new plug. And now that y'all plugged in, guess what? Y'all can plug whoever y'all want to. I got an endless pack. You feel me? An endless pack. Now that's love. Now that's on the love. Now all y'all got to do is figure out how to open up the next person. Plug them in. Feel me? Plug them in. It's time out for us keep looking at each other like we each other's problems. But truth be told, a lot of times people come to you as a result of the problems that you have chose not to deal with. So here it is. The problem has materialized into a person. You feel me? Only for you to address it still. Not for you to put all your problems into the next person. So, again, kings, again, queens, don't get caught out here looking like a peasant. Because you did something you was desperate. I done did it too, I got a confession. But I'm telling you, we gotta do it different. How you any different from a fool if you ain't learning your lesson? You don't gotta take advice from me, this just a suggestion. Rise to the occasion. No matter when you get tested. You should move in integrity. That ain't even a question. Kinfolk. It's another lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Kid 4, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. We just what? Broke bread right now. Love you as myself. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Is we are one. You feel me?